kids with courtside seats, little Zags with big expectations.
We were playing at UConn, and Liam came on the trip with the team, and this is in Seattle. And you know, we start slipping from us, and Liam's sitting right behind the bench, like right behind me, and he's sensing we're losing, and I look back, and he's leaning on the chair of one of the players. Like, he's just leaning his head down, and I look back, and he's pale as a ghost, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's gotten sick during the game. He's gonna puke. And I look back, I said, Liam, are you okay? And he just looked at me with tears in his eyes. He says, Dad, we're gonna lose this game. And after the game, I mean, he was, you know, we had to console him because he was so upset. He was crying in the locker room.
It can be tough on him too, because you drop a game and it affects those kids. They live and die with, just like we do. You know, they're crying after we lose to Michigan State.
Dedicated, yes. Kids, definitely. Boys, absolutely.
Well, for Liam specifically, we always remind him what an honor it is to do this job. And when he comes down to games, he needs to take them seriously, and he can't be causing distractions. And so we kind of hold that over him a little bit.
Well, they always kept me loose, you know. I mean, every now and then hey guys, you know, toss me some water, and they'd grab me water, and then, you know, one of them would come start giving me a massage, kind of like Angels in the Outfield style, you know, just like oh yeah, you know, keeping me loose. So it was always kind of fun. And obviously, just my experience was, you know, I was there obviously to play ball, but I mean, it was so much fun, you know, and to be able to just have those guys kind of goofing around. Obviously, if I was sitting right next to the coaches, I wasn't going to do any of that. That probably wouldn't have been good. But down at the end of the bench, it was fun to kind of say hi to them or something. They come by, give me a wet willy, you know. But they usually were, if I turn around and go, all right, guys, you know, enough's enough, they go, okay, you know. But it was fun just having them around, because I mean, hey, if you're thirsty, you got a water boy right there, and there's like 8 of them, you know. I mean, it's perfect.
Well, I think it was about a year and a half ago when we had Andrew Sorensen. He was everybody's favorite. I mean, we should have started him. All our kids loved him so much. They would say that, and I think one of mine suggested that we sub him in during a game. So we had a little talk when we got home that there will be no suggestions on the bench too, because you know, now they're getting to the age where they understand basketball a little bit, and so you know, they got a lot of questions, a lot of advice for us as coaches when we get home. So we had to have a little talk about that today. That's our job. We'll figure that out. But thanks for the help.
He told me, I think, bits and pieces of it. He obviously probably didn't want to tell me the whole thing, because I said, yeah, dude, you know, no.
Shenanigans in the spotlight. Little boys and big boys. The difference here, a very fine line.
I think that's the thing that my wife and I, Robin, that's what we value the most, is that they get to know Stephen Gray, Matt Bolden, Dimitri Goodson, Rob Zachary, all these guys, because they're special kids, and they're great role models for our kids.
When the sun sets on childhood, these boys behind the bench will have made memories, friends, and perhaps someday, the team.
And welcome back to the Mark Few Show. You know, the Gonzaga basketball program now reaches into every nook and cranny around the globe looking for the greatest talent that they can find. And of lately, they've had to go to Speyer, Germany, and out of there they pulled Elias Harrison. What a great player this guy's going to be. We had a chance to sit down one-on-one with Elias Harrison. Here's what he had to say. Okay, Elias, what's your full name?
Elias John Michael Harris.
Elias John Michael Harris. Tell me about home.
Home? Yeah. Germany? Yeah. Well, it's similar to Spokane, just a little bit smaller, my town. Yeah. And the weather is similar, a little bit warmer back home than here, but yeah, pretty close.
It's called Speyer.
Right.
Speyer, Germany. Yeah. And where's it near? What's the biggest city it's near?
Like all the way from Frankfurt.
Tell me about your family.
My family, my mom's German, my dad is American. My dad came over to Germany with the military, and that's how he met my mom. Yeah. And then they got me and my sister. Then, yeah, my parents now are separated, both remarried, got kids again, so I got a big family.
All right, so tell me about Elias Harris. You're a young guy, a little guy now, right? And when did you pick up the game of basketball?
I started to play basketball when I was 7.
And you loved it right away?
Yeah, because my parents both played basketball, so from the beginning on, I wanted to play basketball too. So.
Now, was your dad a college player?
Yeah, for a small school, but I don't remember the school.
Your mom played. Where'd she play?
Inspire too.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she played pretty good.
So give us an idea how big basketball is in Germany. We all know who Dirk Nowitzki is, right? So we know there's some basketball being
Well,
played.
basketball in Germany is not really a big deal because like soccer is the main thing there in Germany. Everybody goes crazy about soccer. Basketball is just a small thing, but still a lot of people play basketball. So.
Why don't you play soccer? I'd see you being a
Well,
goaltender.
I started to play soccer and basketball at the same time and cross country. And then I just like, when I got older, I just decided to stick with basketball.
When did you sprout up? What are you, 6'7", 6'8", right? When did you jump up?
When I was 14, 15, I started to grow really, really fast. Before, all my friends were taller than me. I thought, there's no way they can be taller because my dad's pretty tall, my mom is tall. So I thought, there's no way.
How did Gonzaga find you in Speyer, Germany?
Tommy Light, he was the one who recruited me. He got connections over there in Germany, and that one coach from another club in Germany told him that I might be interesting for Gonzaga, and so he started contacting me, and that's how I ended up here.
Elias, what else do you do besides play basketball?
Besides basketball, that's a good question, because basketball's my life, so not really much. I mean, we got free time, really try to relax.
Are you a video game guy?
Not really. When I was young, I was, but
What kind of music do you like?
R&B, hip-hop, so...
Not that like German techno music thing?
No, not really. Everybody think that German people just listen to techno music, but that's not true.
And the tight leather pants or whatever it is.
No, this is Bavaria with the leather pants. It's just like one small part in Germany.
All right, so where else could you have gone besides Gonzaga?
Well, Cincinnati tried to recruit me, Washington Huskies, and a couple other small schools.
Nice, so why'd you pick GU?
Well, because I trust the coaches from the beginning of my recruiting, and then after my visit here this year in February, I was here for the college game day against Memphis. I saw the campus and the small community, and that's what I like about Gonzaga. It's like everything's there, like big family.
Take a look, Carl Close, who dribbled there?
You go at the rim.
Yeah.
You're ferocious. I mean, when you turn and square up on somebody and go after the rim, Elias, it's awesome to watch.
That's just part of my game. I don't know where I picked it up from. I just do it. I don't know why.
You're trying to break it though. It seems like you're trying to put that ball through the hole like there's no doubt.
Yeah, because I think if you try to break through the rim, nobody can stop you. So that's what I want to try to do.
Your dream to play in the NBA, Elias?
Of course, I think it's everybody's dream to play in the NBA.
When did that start? Do you remember when that started?
I think when I started playing for the youth national team, it's Germany. So when I was 16 years old.
Yeah. You think you can get there?
I hope so. I know it's a lot of work, and I still try to get better every day. So we will see.
Final Four, and how big is that to a guy coming from Germany?
Well, for me, it was big from the beginning on because I watched college basketball a lot together with my dad. And I knew already in the early age that I want to play there. Because if you compare like college, the atmosphere of college life and the fans, you can't compare it to Germany. There's no way. If you're like lucky in Germany, when a good crowd show up, like in my case where I played like 600 people, and here like 6,000.
It's pretty cool playing in that
It's
smack.
crazy,
Yeah. Tell me what that's like.
To be in the court surrounded with so many people, it's like unbelievable. They push you so much. You just want to play good, and yeah, they're just like the sixth man. They support you.
I got to ask you about Wake Forest
Okay.
and what happened with that play. At least take us back there, and you got tossed out of the game. Was it fair?
Was it fair? That's a good question. I mean, in my opinion, I did nothing wrong because I just stepped back, tried to box him out. I didn't try to meant to hurt him or play unfair or something like that because that's not part of my game at all. I'm not that kind of person. So, but the referee saw it like that, and I have to deal with it.
That's a tough pill, though. I mean, I know your dad was here. You get tossed out of the game, and that's the last thing that you're thinking about going into that game.
It's tough, yeah. It wasn't a good feeling at all. But I have to deal with it and show the basketball world that I'm not that kind of person who try to play unfair or do things like that, because that's not me at all.
How's this season end, Elias? What's a good year for Gonzaga? How deep do we go?
A good year for Gonzaga will be to make the championship. That will be a great thing. But I think with that team, Sweet 16, Elite 8, that would be my goal. That would I would like to reach.